So this is the Golf GTI Black Edition. Now this is actually from Volkswagen Malaysia's YouTube channel essentially, and I just kind of wanted to go through it, talk about some of the bits like those dynamic center caps and the black wheels, those cool GTI valve caps, some of the little accessories that you can get for it, and the fact that it's called a designated Black Edition, and whether or not that can come into the Mark 8.5. This is actually, I believe, a Mark 8 because it's got the red bar, but I wanted to discuss it because it looks super cool and I love the kind of like accessories that you can kind of get with it. And yeah, it came up this week. And well, essentially, let's talk about it. So yeah, just going through this, the Golf GTI Black Edition, introducing the Golf GTI Black Edition. Really interesting. They've done this in the UK anyway, where they've made a Golf Black Edition and they've done the Golf R Black Edition, but they haven't done an official Golf GTI Black Edition, and which I always think is a little bit of a missed opportunity. Now, I've shared on my channel things like a Golf GTI in Grenadilla Black with the Black Pack, and the Black Pack essentially gives you sort of like instead of a red bar, it gives you a black bar, and it changes the styling of the car to make it more black. But having a pack and having an actual official edition are two kind of slightly different things. And with this specific one, you've got the GTI dynamic hubcap spinning, which a few of the owners that have done have actually sort of implemented that to their car. I believe you can get that as a part from Volkswagen. It's got the 18-inch black Richmond alloy wheels. And then the GTI valve caps, which are very, very cool. I'd probably refrain from having them all the time. I'd probably, for like, if you went to like an event or something like that, or a Cars and Coffee, pop them on for that. But they look pretty cool. Cargo elements with Velcro fastener. Again, quite useful and handy. And I want to go through some of the accessories that you can get. I don't really understand the travel recorder. I'm guessing that's sort of like cameras, front and rear, and then the black sort of side on the side, which you get on the Golf R Black Edition in the UK anyway, on the 8.5. Black Edition floor mats, again, really, really nice, cool little touch. VW tint, interesting. So I guess it's just got more 90% tints. It's still got the red calipers, like, incidentally, and the red bar, because this looks like an 8. We've certainly got Mark 8 headlights anyway at the front. Yeah, Black Edition, more Black Edition sort of bits. And then it kind of shows it here, and it says GTI Attitude signed in black. Now, if you go onto sort of the UK Configurator website, this is about as close as you can get to a Golf GTI Black Edition, and it's shown here. And it's basically a GTI in Grenadilla Black with the black styling pack, so you don't get that red GTI bar. You get it's just basically more tinted out. You can get obviously the black Estoril wheels as well, just to kind of make it more stealthy. But it's not like an edition; it's a pack. And actually, if you check on it, it's not even that. It's £1,315 for the exterior black styling pack with matrix LED headlights, and it basically gives you the dynamic light assists, all the light stuff as well, matrix LED lights, mirror caps in black, black strips on the radiator grille headlights, darkened headlights, rear tinted glass, 65% tint, and that's pretty much it. That's what you get. £1,350 in the UK, as you can see there. That's what it looks like with the black styling pack. And if you deselect that, as you can see here, it looks something like this. So you get the red bar back. Ironically, it's still got the black mirror caps. Maybe they're not gloss black. So not massive amount of a change, to be fair. But that's as close as you get. Now, as you can see, a real one here. This is quite a cool looking car. I'll just share it spinning around for a second. I think they've missed a bit of a trick here, because for an extra £1,000, and if you've got a Golf GTI Black Edition, you'd probably go for it. I know it's just a name, but I personally think rather than a styling pack, have an actual designated car, which is what Volkswagen Malaysia have kind of shown there. So obviously it's in some sort of remit to do it. I think the Golf R Black Edition has been really successful, and a Golf Black Edition is quite successful. So why not a Golf GTI Black Edition? Why do they have to make it so that, yeah, it's all a bit more confusing? You could even black out the VW badge at the front and things, so it's all a bit more darkened. There's options that could be done. And yeah, and I feel like they've kind of missed out on that. And you've got one here, which is probably the one that you can spec as close as you can with the Estoril wheels. As you can see some of the pictures there, maybe even black brake calipers, black GTI badge. Really go stealth on that. Yeah, as you can see there from from the front. But something else that I was quite curious about was the merchandise, because it showed those little little center caps that you can get which are spinning. It showed the you know, the valves and little things like that. And in the past, I've tried to see how you can get accessories, and you can even check them on Amazon and stuff. But basically, if you go and type in Volkswagen accessories, you'll eventually, you can find a link which takes you to this merchandise brochure, which is everything for the Golf 8. And it's anything from clothing to little accessories and parts for your car. And it's quite strange. I have ordered a hoodie before in the past. You might have seen me wear that in some sort of videos. It's actually got a part number to it. So you'd basically go to your Volkswagen dealer and say, you go to Volkswagen Parts and say, do you have this part in stock? Can you order it? And they essentially order it like a part. So you can get the gym bag, the sweatshirt, travel bag, t-shirts. I quite like this t-shirt actually. And all the different sizes that kind of complement it. And again, yeah, just kind of going through from toys to mugs to snoods, umbrellas, microfiber cloths, which come in handy for that 8.5 touchscreen. But what I was curious about is whether or not you could get something which is specific for the GTI. And it turns out you can. So first of all, it's got stuff on like all the normal ones, but it's also got the R. It's got the hoodie. That's the hoodie that I have, the cap. And it's got some like just sports related stuff, which is quite nice. T-shirts quite nice as well. And again, you just basically, in the UK, you would go to your dealer or you go call up Parts and say, do you have this part number? And they would basically order it like a part. So it is possible to do. And this isn't like, you know, I'm not, you know, I just enjoy Volkswagen. I like the official kind of stuff. But I can't see anything for the hubcaps or, you know, anything like that. So I don't know how people have got those. Maybe I need to, maybe let me know in the comments how people have got them. I know on like things like Amazon, you can type like Volkswagen accessories and you can get stuff like the keys and the keychain here, the mugs and the hats. So you don't have to go via this. You can do it through, well, as long as you make sure it's an official part rather than a knockoff. And then, but you also get the GTI, which is obviously what we're talking about, the Golf GTI Black Edition. And some of the stuff that you can get for that, like the hoodie looks quite cool, the bag, the key ring, just to kind of bring in that community a lot more. And I really think Volkswagen should be shouting about this more. And I have spoken to the press team before, and I've sort of gone like, why is this not more easier to sort of access? Why can't, you know, people who are passionate about these kind of things would do buy these kind of stuff? And I remember speaking to an owner in Germany who had a Golf R Black Edition, and they gave him the gym bag, they gave him every sort of accessory in Germany to really make it feel like part of what you're getting. You know, you're spending a lot of money on a car. Why is it not easily accessible? So I hope this video just makes you aware of it's accessible. Literally just type in Volkswagen accessories, click on the link for, well, make sure you're on the Volkswagen website, and then it will basically just say, it will say a merchandise brochure, and then you can get access to this. And this is kind of the latest one. And then all the GTI stuff again, the key tags, the shirts, thermos cup, little notebook as well. I like the sounds of that. And the hip bag, that's quite nice, fashionable, I guess. Earbuds, sunglasses, slippers. It's got some music stuff, swimming shorts if you want that. Inductive charger, that's quite cool. Backpack looks nice. More snoods. The GTI cushion looks very trendy and tartan. Yeah, that would be great to kind of add to the style. And a watch, I didn't even know they did a watch. That's new. Jacket looks, yeah. Gloves, I suppose, if you've, yeah, if you maybe if you had like an Alcantara wheel or something, that would be quite handy. And then it's got children related stuff. It's got this is the only stuff that I can see as part of the car. So like the folding box, they mentioned those Velcro straps. I think the folding box probably be more useful. And it goes all the way to like proper lifestyle stuff. Like you can even get stuff for your kids and stuff, which is pretty good actually. Kind of gets everyone into the brand. So if you've got young children, you can get like a little like toy car to kind of play with. And something that I used to use when I was a child was Playmobil actually, and I didn't realize they sold that. Again, it's a part number, and you can get the VW camper and all those kind of things, and the VW Beetle there. So yeah, there you go. That's a bit about the Golf GTI Black Edition, which I think should be around. It should just be. It shouldn't be a black pack. It's just, it doesn't make sense to me, and I'll mention it to Volkswagen as best I can. I've got a press car coming on Friday, a Polo GTI, showing that video once more. What do you reckon? Mark 8.5 Golf GTI Black Edition, should it come out? And should they make it a bit more easier to just get all these accessories like the hubcaps and just make it as one package rather than sort of like an accessory, just sort of you get the model as is, a Mark 8.5 Golf GTI Black Edition. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I love hearing what you think about it. And yeah, I think this sort of clip and video is really, really cool. And I think they're on the right path. And maybe Volkswagen Malaysia could potentially mention this in the UK or in other regions too.